Oh, if y'all on y'all For You page, come in here. We're gonna hit 2K soon. I've been saying that for about like 3 weeks now, but it'll happen. It'll happen. We'll hit it. Whoa, what's up, man? Join up, y'all. Join up, y'all. Yo, what's up? What's up? Bro, it is. I'm telling you, bro, it is crazy. Um, so I've been doing YouTube for a month now. We're like super close to 2K. I'm doing all right. Um, and a lot has happened since I started my channel. Like, my parents not supporting it. That's one thing. Then my aunt dies. Her funeral is literally today. That's gonna be crazy. And through all of that, bro, like, I'm still doing this shit, bro. And I appreciate all y'all, sticking around, being here every live, liking all my videos, being on everything. I appreciate all y'all. It'll pay off one day. I promise y'all that. Uh, y'all, if y'all go check out my new video, I just uploaded it not that long ago. It's not doing too well. It's only got like under 100 in an hour, so usually my videos have at least like 300 by then. But yeah, it's not doing too good, so y'all go help out that video. You did, appreciate that. It's been a crazy month. I could say that. Ever since I started, I've been having a good and bad life lately. I don't get it. All my money, I haven't had money in a long time. I don't know. I don't know what to do to get money, honestly, because the place that is supposed to hire me, they're not even open yet. They're still building the place, and I don't know when that's gonna happen. Hey, what's up, Tyson? But yeah, bro, we're real close to 2K though. I'm sure hitting that will probably help me out in some way at least. You know, let YouTube get me more on people's For You pages and stuff. But I've been consistent. I've been uploading, a video every day. I've been, I've just been trying, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna give up on this. Like, I'm gonna be doing this until I succeed. This ain't something I'm gonna give up on. It may be slow right now. I might not be getting, too much from it right now. But we're gonna. It does pay good, McDonald's. But the thing is they're not hiring right now because everybody else is working there as their like summer job and all that. It's also too far for me to walk now. It's like 2.5 miles up the road, and my bike just completely broke. What's up, Marie? Yeah, bro. I was riding to like the store right next to my house. Yeah, a job's a job, no matter where you work. When I get a job soon, I've applied to a lot of places. When I get a job soon, my videos are gonna be a bit better, so because I can actually have money to, you know, maybe even buy like a laptop or something to edit on. Try to save up for a camera. Uh, I can do like better streams. I can play games for y'all and shit. Um, but yeah, I just kind of like coming on here. Stayed up all night. I did. I've been up since yesterday. I do that a lot lately. I have trouble sleeping at night Because, I mean, it's hard to sleep at night when your whole future's on the line and you have to do it all by yourself. You know, I don't get no support from my family or anybody, to be exact. Because, like, I mean, not everybody does. I'm not complaining about that. You know, they don't want to support it. Fuck it, you know? Like, whatever. But I'm still gonna do it. Like, I'm still gonna succeed, bro. I'm not quitting until I do. I know I will. It's just how long. That's the only thing in question, is how long am I gonna have to wait till I do succeed on, you know, on YouTube and, you know, anything else that I try to do in my life. And, you know, with my aunt dying literally, and her funeral's literally today, bro, like, that is just some crazy shit. You know, I don't usually like talk about shit like this. But like, it's crazy. Like, you can't even tell by watching my videos, like, what all the shit that's going on in my life. You know, I remain consistent. Yo, what's up, Windows XP? We support you. I appreciate that. What's up, Nathan? What's up, Let's Fix America? I appreciate that. But yeah, bro, we're coming along, you know. I think yesterday I got 18 subscribers. And I mean, that's good. That's good. But I'm trying to get as much as possible in a small amount of time, which, I mean, it's very hard to do. You know, it's very stressful. You know, not getting any sleep. You know, just like focusing on, you know, my YouTube career, trying to find a job, and, you know, everything else that's going on in my life. The consistency is definitely what matters. You know, growth is non-linear. Everybody goes through this part of their channel, but it's still very stressful. Cause you know, it goes like up and down. You know, that's how it is. Like, you know, you'll get 10,000 views one day, which hasn't happened yet. I've got 9,000, but you get like 10,000 views one day. The next day you'll get 12, and then you'll drop back down. You know, it goes up, down, you know, to the middle. It just goes everywhere. Growth, you cannot predict that. So it could take me one video randomly blowing up and going viral to get me monetized, or it could take, you know, 6 videos all together to get me monetized. I don't know what will take, but I'm just wondering when, you know. I mean, that's all you can do. You gotta wait for it, though. And being like growing up poor. What's up, Isaiah? But yeah, like growing up poor like I am, you know, not having the resources that everybody else has, not having like half the shit anybody else has. It is crazy, bro. It is very, it's like 10 times harder to do, but you're 10 times more likely to succeed because you actually have to do it instead of just want to do it. Because, like, bro, if I was one of them kids that grew up in, like, you know, a regular house, like, y'all see my house, bro. Y'all see my house. It's still a house, you know. But people that grow up in, like, at least something like that, bro. People that get, like, a nice house, you know, they get iPhones, they get, you know, a computer for their birthday or something like that. You know, their family goes on vacations, all that kind of stuff. Bro, if I had, like, that kind of life, dude, I would have already succeeded by now. And I think, you know, it being harder for me to do makes me care about it more, because I'm putting way more into it, and it makes me way less likely to give up on it, because I don't have to worry about, you know, if I was in a good family or something like that, I don't have to worry about failing on it, because I can always do something else. But here it's like, finding what can get me out of this life. Because, I mean, my whole family's been poor for generations. What's up, TY? Welcome in. Ty. I realized I just said that. But, yeah, growing up like this, like, you have to do it. Because I'm literally, I'm trying to find what gets me out of being poor. So I can help other people get out of being poor. That's the main reason why I'm doing it. Because, like, knowing what it's like firsthand, it sucks seeing other people go through it. So, like, everybody here, I appreciate all of y'all. Because, I mean, I wouldn't be at least where I am right now without y'all, bro. Like, I wouldn't even be talking about 2,000 if it wasn't for y'all. Back when I was hitting 300, that day, when I was celebrating hitting 300, that was the day I realized, like, I could actually do it. Like, I wasn't just, wasting my time on here. Like, this is something I could do. And since then, I've just been putting everything into it. And I'm not giving up on this, because I've put in so much already. So much of my time that, I mean, you can't go back from here now. You subscribe to me? I appreciate that, Ty. Y'all don't know how much that helps, bro. It's like, it's an inch, but it's an inch closer to where I'm trying to get. And over time, every person that, subscribes to me or likes my videos or anything like that, it all adds up. And y'all are literally making the next, big, like, inspiration person. Like, y'all are creating him. The fuck? What kind of bug is that? Oh, that's a fly surrounded by wood. I don't know. Try programming. Really hope successful. I'm actually really good at, like, programming and doing all that kind of stuff. But my problem is, I can't fund it because I'm poor as hell. Well, at least my family's poor as hell. I won't always be. And when my YouTube career succeeds, I will definitely do more than just YouTube. Because, like, YouTube is a stepping stool to the stuff I want to do in my life. This is how I get publicity. This is how I get, this is how I show people I'm a good person. And I can fund, some ways to help other people. I can, start my music career that I was working on well before YouTube. Which I still have my SoundCloud. It's still up. What's up, Mario Gaming? That tree sweet, what? Yeah, I'll try that out. I'll go look at that. Appreciate you telling me. But yeah, yeah, I've done so many different hobbies to try to get me money. Like, ever since I was, like, a little kid, I've always been doing something to, like, try to profit off of. Like, I remember being, like, 10 years old, going up to the Aldi and putting up people's carts for them for, like, the quarters and all that. And sometimes I'll get lucky and somebody will give me, like, a $20 bill or something. Like, those were good days. Where, I was a little kid still. I mean, I always have, like, tried something. Like, I'm never gonna be like some homeless person on the street. I know that for sure. I'm never not gonna be successful. And, that's the overlook of it. Eric, keep doing your best. Appreciate that. But yeah, basically, I was just basically coming on here to kind of, like, talk to y'all. Because I know you guys like when I do lives. And, The lives, they help out a lot too. I mean, I would have never hit 1,000 if I wasn't live that one day. I don't know how I did that, bro. I got super lucky that one day. I had like, no viewers for an hour, and then randomly, you know, 8,000 people came into the live, and I got like 1,000 subscribers off of that one stream. It was crazy, dude. And now we're almost at 2,000 in just a month. On TikTok, where it's way easier to get subscribers or followers, whatever they call it. Yo, don't forget, I'm your 296 son. 296 subscriber in the chat. W, bro. I appreciate all y'all. I don't even remember what I was saying before. But hey, bro, going off of no sleep. What do you expect? I'm just here yapping. Bro. It's gonna be so crazy when I do like end up like blowing up and doing everything I want to do in my life. I've favorited some comments that I've made on my videos. Yo, what's up, Ivy? How you doing? Yeah, I've like favorited a couple comments. Like on my first video ever, my first comment ever was Legend is Born. And I'm like, bro, it's foreshadowing, bro. Like I don't even know who that guy is. Like he just like saw my first video ever on his feed, subscribed, and then said a legend is born, and then he just kept going about his day. But he's probably right, y'all. Like, how long am I gonna be live today? I honestly don't know. I'm just gonna walk around out here. I'm trying to stay awake as long as I can, cause I have to attend a funeral today. Rest in peace, my aunt. Bro, it's a crazy story, bro. It was literally my grandma's fault that my aunt died. It's so much going on, bro. Cause, I mean, like, she didn't just like randomly die. Like, it was fentanyl. Not everybody in a poor family makes good decisions, right? But if my grandma literally told the doctors that she was on fentanyl instead of denying it, they would have been able to treat her. And she would have survived that. Because it wasn't like only, she died from the withdrawals of it. She was, brutally beaten up and all that kind of stuff. But, she would have survived if she just told them that she had fentanyl in her system and she was gonna withdraw and die if she didn't, get a proper like medical dosage of it, which is just fucking crazy, bro. Cause my grandma, she's a horrible person, bro, and I don't understand how you could let your daughter die and just be like, go about your day about it. Like, it's horrible, bro. This is bad timing. Want to know something? But yeah, bro, like, all of this, and then, the whole situation's going on with my home life. Can't really talk about on here. And then, like, having to worry about my whole future. Like, I have finally gotten an ID now. I'm not gonna like show the full thing. I'm gonna like show the back of it. But like, I got an ID now finally, which I've been trying to get since I was 15. Appreciate all y'all. What's up, Shane? But like, it took me 3 years to get an ID. My parents are not gonna give me a driver's license, cause I mean, like, they're super lazy. Like, they do not care about anything except for themselves, unless you're giving them money. So they don't believe that my YouTube will make any money. So they're like, they want me to get a job and give them all the money again. Cause my last job I had was at a firehouse. Yo, what's up, Gaming with Moons? Welcome in. Rest in peace to your grandpa, bro. Remember him telling me about that. Yeah, they don't care about nothing unless you're giving them money. My last job, they took, $1,000 from me. $1,892. I still remember it. I would work, overtime and, late nights, come home at 11, go to school the next day, and go to work the next day after that. And my parents, they lied to me, bro. They forged my checks. They said, oh yeah, we're putting in a bank account for you so you can, you can save your money or whatever. And, my mom, about a month later, when I made, over $1,000 from working there, she tells me that they spent all my money. And, like, I wasn't going to be able to buy anything that I was trying to buy. Which is just, it's really fucked up. And, that $1,000 right there, that could have started, I could have bought so much with that, bro. Could have bought, like, a small computer, camera, all kinds of stuff. But they took it all from me. For real. They took it all from me. And so after that, I just quit my job because I'm not going to pay for them. You guys are like 40 years old. What are you doing, making me pay for you? And we didn't buy anything responsible with it. They were already able to pay the bills beforehand at that time. Maybe not right now, but at that time, they were making okay money at where they're working at. They didn't really need to take my money. And when they did, they were just ordering DoorDash every fucking day, like, just blowing that money on dumb shit we don't need. Buying, like, crazy-ass fucking desserts for no reason. Like, oh, we got fucking Dubai chocolate bars. Like, they call me irresponsible, though. They call me lazy. But they're way worse. And, I actually care about my life. They don't. They've given up. Rest in peace to your grandma, bro. When I lost my other grandma, the actual good one, not the narcissist psychopath one that got my aunt killed, but when she died, bro, that was like, I was 11 years old. It was lung cancer, and like my life changed that day because that's basically the day my childhood ended. Because I had a baby sister at the time. She's like 7 now, but my parents, they just became like super lazy and didn't care about anything, and I had to basically be the parent to my fucking little siblings, and then they had another one in 2020, and I'm like, bro, stop having damn kids you can't pay for. So, all that, having to basically raise 2 kids, and everything else going on in between there, crazy ass fucking household that I live in. Everybody's poor, parents always fucking arguing every night, can't get sleep because of that. It's just really, it's really fucked up to grow up like this. Nobody should go through this. Nobody should have to go through this, bro. And like, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you can go to child protective services and get out of there. It's never that easy, because then you have to split up your family, and the 2 kids that were just born, they don't get to grow up with their regular parents. Nobody should have to make those decisions, at a young age. Nobody should have to think about that as a kid. They should have to worry about, like, oh, I get a driver's license, I should get a job, start worrying about how to move out and go to college, all that kind of stuff. I couldn't worry about that. That was probably the last thing on my mind. So, doing YouTube is probably my only way out. YouTube's probably my only way out right now. So that's why I'm going so hard on it, because like, what else am I gonna do? You know, work another job and let them steal all my money again? You know, like, it just takes time. You know, it takes patience, and, you know, it takes the wisdom and, like, knowing how to, you know, get people to watch your videos and want to like them and want to subscribe to you, and how to edit them, and how to keep people engaged, keep people wanting to watch your video all the way to the end. You know, that's very hard to do, because I'll be sitting out there where I film my videos at. I'll just be sitting out there for like an hour, sitting on a curb somewhere, being like, so what do I say to start the intro and keep people engaged and give them what they, you know, what they clicked on the video for. And, you know, and then on top of that also, you know, give them a reason to want to subscribe to you instead of just, you know, scrolling by or liking the video or something. Like, you want them to do as much as they can, and, you know, make the YouTube algorithm want to push your video out to more people. Sometimes that's how it feels. But I think a family that doesn't love their kids is, honestly, it's very hard to find. Sometimes, you know, parents will, you know, not really like their kids. You know, they won't, you know, be too happy with them or something like that. You know, they'll be annoyed by them or stressed out by them. But if you were to die, they would be the ones crying and taking out loans for your funeral. And that's the way you have to look at it. Because, like, yeah, my parents, you know, they're not good parents at all. I can just go ahead and say that without having to, you know, second guess myself. I mean, like, they're good in some ways. You know, they're good in some ways. They do good stuff sometimes, but they also make poor decisions a lot. And when it affects us, we get blamed for it affecting us and how we react to it. And then a week later, you know, they treat it like we're in the wrong and we're just some lazy freeloaders living in their house that they don't have to put over our head. And it's just like, it is just so damn much every day. That's why I can't sleep at night. Cause like this right here, bro, how YouTube is going, oh, damn, voice crack. Hey, what's up, Griffel and Janet? How y'all doing? Welcome in, Ryan Baker. Swim to Australia. Oh no, the crooked gators might bite me, like. But yeah, bro, like, I can't sleep at night because of it. Cause like, how I'm doing on YouTube right now, it's like, it's making me think, you know, maybe I can get out of this poor life that I live. Like, I mean, this car right here. Let me just use this example. This was how we, like, got around for a while. You know, get the family in here, drive around. And can't do that no more. Since 2020, this car has just been parked here sitting. And if we had this fixed, I would have, you know, had a reason to get a driver's license in their eyes. And I could have drove to McDonald's, you know, got a job up there instead of having to ride a bike everywhere like a crackhead. And, you know, it's just like so much random stuff, bro. And like, we've had money to fix that car many times, but instead, you know, they buy alcohol and stupid stuff like that. My hobbies, so I do a lot of art, I do music, and, you know, I do YouTube, of course. Just anything creative, I can probably do it. I do a lot of random stuff for fun. Oh no, not job. What's up, Sophia? But yeah, bro, when we hit 2K, that'll be a crazy milestone. Cause that'll mean I passed all of my, you know, successful TikTok accounts. which is way easier to get followers on TikTok. You just got to get like one good video out. But you know, getting 2,000 on YouTube is 100 times harder than on TikTok. And TikTok, your viewers don't come back. You know, they'll follow you, and then they'll never see you again still because they follow 5,000 other people. But on YouTube, you know, it's a lot different. You know, if you subscribe to somebody, you see their videos, you come back and you watch them again later. And that's why it's so hard. That's why it's such a big milestone to hit 2,000 in just a month of starting. And we're almost there, bro. We're only like a couple hundred away. You're gonna go to bed? Alright, good night, bro. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not saying I'm the only one that, you know, didn't have a good childhood. I mean, a lot more people than you think go through the same shit that I go through. And it shouldn't be like that, you know? It shouldn't be like that. And, you know, but you can't change it. That's how it is, yo. All you can do is rise out of it. Because if you don't, nobody else is going to do it for you. Who else will, you know? You're not going to win the lottery. I mean, you're not going to, you know, get surprised by Mr. Beast with $100,000 or something like that. Like, nothing ever happens like that, just out of the blue. Like, you gotta, you know, step up and actually do it yourself if you want success. And that's what I gotta do. That's how it is, you know. Bro, my uncle literally did the same thing. My uncle, well, I mean, he's gonna be rich soon. So he got hit by like a fucking 18-wheeler or some shit. And his bones are basically just fucking metal rods now. But they're giving him 12 million fucking dollars. But right here, where the grass is kind of like all fucked up and shit, he had like a camper parked here. He used to live on our property. And he was like, you know, abusive to his kids. Like, he would hit them. And he was like doing drugs and shit. So we kicked him out. We got him out of here. And it's been a couple years since then. I'll say 8 years since then. And he's only just now starting to turn his life around, which is crazy. He was always the uncle that was, you know, living in a tent doing drugs. And I thought he was gonna die first. I didn't think my aunt would pass away, but my uncle's still here. It's crazy. Everything, it's just such a crazy world we live in. But we're all blessed to be here, though. Because, like, some people don't get to live a life where they can walk, you know? Like, some people can't see, some people can't even talk. Like, all that kind of stuff, bro. Like, that's why I'm glad where I am right now. That I have a choice to get up and leave this, you know, the bad things in my life. I can grow out of that. You know, it's not permanent. I don't even know what word I just said. Permanent. What the hell? But like that's why I'm glad I don't gotta live like, you know, some other people that may be way less fortunate than me. Cause like, you know, I may complain about it sometimes, but I'm not greedy about it. I'm not like, oh, my life is so bad because all these bad things that happen. Like, everybody has bad stuff that happens in their life. You know, some worse than others. But, you know, at least you can walk. At least you can see. You know, at least you can breathe without a machine. You know, like, I'm glad I have what I have in my life right now. Because, honestly, it's enough for me to get out of where I am right now. All I have to do is just try on it, and I will succeed. So I appreciate all y'all, you know, coming into live. I appreciate all the new subscribers. You know, thank all y'all for, you know, coming here, listening to my live, listening to me yap on this phone. You know, thank you guys for everything. I'm finna end the stream now. I've had so many bikes stolen at this house, bro. I think it's been like 8 bikes, honestly. So many of them. We gotta buy like a big old chain to fucking lock it to the posts underneath my house. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in. You know, W chat. Thank you everybody that subscribed. Thank you everybody that comes back for all my streams. Y'all have a good day. I might stream tonight. I don't know. I might play a game tonight. But yeah, I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all next time. You have a good night though. Good day. I don't know. Whatever.